name of the episode of season, but thank you for coming back. Thank you to my first ever subscriber on this channel. I truly appreciate you. I tried to find your channel name, but I couldn't. You must have it on private or something. But anyway, I appreciate you, and thank you to everyone who's new to my channel and viewing. So to this episode of Ambitions, we see Stephanie is seething mad because of her finding out about Evan's infidelity, and I thought it was strange because I just figured that those two had an arrangement, but apparently not. I thought they had like an understanding. So she calls her mom over there, and her mother first thinks that something is wrong with Evan, and Stephanie was like, not yet, but she tries to help Stephanie work that out. So Amara and Titus have the FBI over to investigate these cameras that have been placed in their home, and Amara says, I know exactly who did it, and she wants to blame Stephanie. And Titus was like, no, girl, that's not Stephanie. Stephanie is not that subtle. She is not like that. Stephanie will do something and make a spectacle of it. So we see crazy Damien, and he is still up there looking, but he discovers that they have the FBI cleaning out whatever they're doing, investigating, and he's like, oh shucks. So Damien is scrambling to get away, to get to disconnect the whatever he's doing so that they won't find out that it's him. And this boy, I thought he was gonna run because he took them little panties and sniffed them. I was like, this is too crazy. This man played this part so good, but he sniffed it. I was through. I had to get one more whip before I go. So I thought he was packing up to go, but we see that he didn't. Now the FBI, and this girl is really pretty, whoever she is, but the FBI is looking, and they thought they had the connection, but Damon disconnected in time to say that, disconnected in time so that they wouldn't catch him. And Amara and Titus continue to have this conversation about who they think did it. And Titus was like, come on now, you know that was your boy, Damon. Stop tripping. And Amara, dramatic self, she is just so overly, she's like, I just hope, I don't say that because I don't want to think that I caused it. I'm like, girl, shut your ass up. You up there dropping it low and spreading wide with Damon and got this man hooked on you. So Stephanie is having a conversation with her mom and saying, you want me to stay with Evan? Because she said she was filing for divorce, but her mama was like, nope, wait, pause. Don't do it because we didn't invested too much time and grooming into Evan. And Stephanie's like, well, Ma, you want me to stay with this man who is cheating on me? And they her mother let her know that we are grooming you. We want to put you in the White House. It's not Evan. We want to, I want to have you in the White House. And she smoothed it over with Stephanie. So she's going to continue, but Stephanie ain't letting that junk go, not at all. So we see Bella, Evan comes over, and he asked her, he was like, look, it's been on my mind. What you was doing? You like a light sleeper, so what you was doing? Where was your antennas when somebody was stealing Joaquin? And this girl said, I got bad allergies. I took antihistamine. I was knocked out. I was like, girl, you quick on your feet. So this heifer come over here. Now, my bad. I was wondering where Stephanie got the name Pearl from. And she was like, bye, Pearl. But the girl name is like Perla. And she comes over. I cannot stand the sight of this girl's face. But she come and bring toys for Joaquin. And I was like, you try too much. So Bella lets her know, look, whoever is on to these kidnappers, they killed the dude who was in the hotel room with Joaquin, but they know it was multiple people. He wasn't working by himself. So, she is pressed because she know they on to her. And then she didn't have any reaction when Bella said that they killed the dude. So I don't know if she already knew or this was her first time hearing it. And she seemed to be in love in extreme like with old boy. I was like, well, she a cold one, ain't she? All right, so Evan comes to Thelma's place with Rondell and her hair, and he sees that Rondell got cousin Darcia over there, And he's like, why you got this girl over here? You know she's shady, like she a no good cousin. And Rondell said, man, we family. That's our cousin. He like, so get out of here. After the funeral, she got to go. And he knows she bad news. At Purifoy, Titus and the whole Purifoy team is trying to do damage control about this email. I'm not I don't care about them that much. Because Titus is there, that's his base. So I like to watch it for him, but I don't really care about the Purifoys. They could go bankrupt for all I care. Stephanie is talking to Pop Carlisle, who he's a really handsome old man, and he's telling her, she's talking about, she lets it be known that she's the one who released the email without really saying it, and they're going back and forth, laughing, kikiing it up about that, and he kind of tells her the same thing about her about him wanting more for her. And it was a real cute scene because it seems like they have a troubled relationship, but he was reassuring her, and I thought that was sweet. But these people here, they look evil. So Damien, crazy behind, walks up to Amira like ain't nothing happened. I was like, boy, I thought you was about to go. But no, he's still there. So he goes in Amira's office. And it's like, look, they put me on another case or whatever he said, and I'm just going to be out of you and Titus's hair. And Amira know he up to some slick stuff. she was like, but she decided to play him. So she was like, come here, Damien. And she tells him that she apologizes for blaming her marriage falling apart on him, and it wasn't totally his fault. And she leads him on to think that Titus is abusive. And, it wasn't just me who it wasn't just you. It was, I played a part in it. And she kind of strokes his ego and pulls him into thinking that Titus has been abusive. And she says, he made me say your name and then he locked me in a room or something like that. And Damon was like, did he do something to you? Like, I'll go get it. And you could tell she's so disgusted with him, but she's trying to play this role to capture him and get him because he put those cameras in her home. So she has to play the part that she is still digging him, and Damien is loving it. So Amira played that part where he was like, you're not alone, Amira. I was like, what? You is just like your nose wide open, Damien. You just getting played, boy. And she wipes her face. I thought it was well played, honey. Well played. So Fernando gets over there to Bella, and she's tight because she's feeling guilty knowing that she was up there knocking boots with him while her son was being kidnapped. But she feels some kind of way because he left and didn't say too much to her. And he is like, look, I'm not going to leave alone someone I really want. And all that smooth talking foolishness. And he lets her know that he is not just going to leave her alone. That he walks out with his superhero body. Did this dude have on leather pants? I was trying to catch that, but I couldn't. It looked like he had on leather pants, but his body is right. He is stacked, honey. But he on the phone in the hallway talking to somebody and saying that we got to start getting something out this deal. Like, she mad about something. I don't know what it is. I smooth it over. But he's playing her, too. I wonder what this is about. I wonder if he's even related to that lady, because we've never seen the lady, never heard from her. And why wouldn't she want to meet this person who is giving designs? Like, it just seems weird. Stephanie goes over to Titus and rubs it in his face about what's going on with the Purifoys and all that. Her hair looks so bomb, too. And why you gotta be like this, Stephanie? You just evil, girl. And Stephanie said, well, I'm just always 2 steps ahead of you. So he tries to throw one off on Stephanie, trying to do what Amira did. Because remember, Amira suggested that it was Stephanie who put the cameras in there. He said he's thinking about divorcing Amira. Now, at first, I was like, is he really thinking about this? He had me fooled. I don't know. I'm still kind of like, But I don't know if it was just a trap. And Stephanie was like, "Oh, darling, I'm so happy to hear that." The way she reacted, it was so funny. And he was like, "Oh, you are now." I was like, "Ooh, that tight skin." Ooh, that boy is sexy. But she turned it around real quick in her Stephanie way. Like, "Well, I'm not worried about you. I don't care. I'm glad you're going to be alone. That's what you deserve. And the only way I would let you hit this if it was to get back at your little wife, Amara. Now go home. Go on, Roger." So Titus felt played, but you can see when he leaves out, Stephanie is thinking about that like, she want that old thing back. I know. So they didn't have the film child for Mr. Senior. They didn't invite us. They didn't invite us to the repast, none of that stuff. They had the funeral. And Darcia, cousin Darcia and Rondell are having a conversation about how nice everything was. And cousin Darcia says, "Look, I need to talk to you about something. I want to wait till afterwards, but I gotta just say it now. My daddy loaned your daddy money for this to open up Thelma's place, and I need my money back." And Rondell was like, "Girl, you tripping. Like, you must have got a hold of some good weed because that didn't happen." So she gives her this old, ancient promissory note, and Rondell is like, "I don't think this is right." So Rondell calls Evan over. You know Evan ain't feeling Darcia. And Evan was like, "Look, this some BS." They both say that. They both lay it on Darcia like, "Girl, you trash, you wrong for that." And he writes her, she said she wanted, I think she said $500,000. The loan was $50,000, but she says with compounded interest, she wants $500,000. And Evan writes her a check for $5,000. He's so petty. And she don't want that check. She's like, "Y'all niggas think I'm playing with y'all?" And she take that Rondell take the check and tear it up and throw it at him. So they basically done. Rondell puts her out. Now Evan goes over. I don't know. No, they came to Evan and Stephanie's home, the Carlisles, Stephanie's parents, and they have a dinner, and the daddy start throwing shade about the funeral, saying how ghetto it was, and apparently Senior's girlfriend tried to throw herself, you know how black people, and it was he was like, "I'm not gonna sit up here and let y'all talk about my family like that. Get out," whatever. And they have this big old scene where they just don't get along because the Carlisles are assholes. All right, so we go into this dream sequence from Damien. At first I thought it was Amara dreaming, but he's dreaming that he's banging her out in a bathroom, and then it turns out to be him watching her and Titus, and he starts to freak out. This was as creepy as ever. I was like, it is. So he wakes up and realizes that he is dreaming. Then he needs some medication. I said, what's these people name? I'm getting all confused. Evan and Rondell meet up with Darcia and her lawyer, and their lawyer meet up to read the will. So this will, the reading of the will, like the first thing that was said is Senior has left 50% of the restaurant to Darcia, and it was like because of the loan that I owe her dad. It was like so much detail. It seemed to be like just not the truth. And we know that as close as Senior was with his kids, he would have told them if he plans to leave anything to them, and if he had a loan that he needed to repay. I think that would have came up when Greg was trying to buy Thelma's place. He'd be like, "Look, I owe your uncle some money. We need this money to pay him out." So that was all fake. I don't know how she did that, but we're going to find out. And why does this chick think that she's going to be able to take on the mayor? I kept saying governor, but the mayor of Atlanta and all his resources, and she gonna be able to fight that? But she thought she got in the bag talking about, "I always wanted to be an entrepreneur." So they read the will, and it said whatever that fake will, it said that they the remaining shares would go to Evan and Rondell, but she would get 50%. I want to see how this plays out. I wonder how she did that. I can't wait till she gets hers because she was real shady. Now, Amara has something set up on her phone where she gets a notification when Damien is near her. So this is what happened, and he's coming towards her office, so she gets on the phone and acts like she's talking to her mother and saying, it's not my fault. It's not Titus's fault that I fell in love with somebody else, or I got feelings for somebody else, and he's just so distant. So she's playing that part that her and Titus are having problems because she still has feelings for Damien. And he's listening in and he's loving it. So she's playing that real well. Damien was like, like, I'm about to get this. Stephanie goes over to Bella's house and she talks about this contract that she's supposed to be looking over, but she has that shadiness written all over her. She asks Bella to go get her some tea and swipes Joaquin's hat, so we know she's going to do a DNA test in the future. And she lets Bella know that she don't need nothing else to drink and she about to go. So she got what she wanted. And that's going to be interesting. Now we see Amara on the sofa and preparing to shut it down for the night. She gets one of them notifications, and we notice that Damien is outside watching her. So this is a setup. So Amara goes upstairs to take a shower, and who walks in there? Damien. And baby, Damien gets butt, booty, naked. I was weak. I was like, look at him. He don't look good without him. Of course, he need to tighten up. I can't talk about nobody, but I was like, ugh. He just, I don't know. But he got butt booty naked and thought he was about to get in there, and him and Amara was going to live happily ever after. They was going to relive that shower scene minus Titus. But he got the shock of his life when Amara pulled that get out on him and was like, get back. So they set him up. The FBI came in after she pulled that gun out on him, and they arrested him. She let them know that he was stalking her, so they got him. Got him. So he's arrested, and he was like, tell him, Amara, she wants me. She wants me. And her and Titus standing downstairs. Titus all mad. And Titus tried to break out and go, after him, but the FBI agents held him back. And she was like, it's all over, baby. It's all over. I don't think it's over. And I don't think so. Because, people don't go away like that. And he's not just like a regular citizen. Like, is he a district attorney or something? So it might be some, he might have a case because they did have a relationship. So I don't know how easy that's going to be to prove. All right, so we see Bella up here, upset. She is she's shook, and she's telling somebody that the police are on to her. They gonna get her next. She going to jail. And that somebody is no other than Mama Carlisle. And she was like, ain't nobody tell you to be stupid. I don't care. So I wonder why her mom, Stephanie's mom, would have that little boy kidnapped like that. Like what was the, what's the end game on that? I don't know, but I'm excited to see what part that she plays in all this. So that's it for my review, recap, whatever you want to call it, of Ambitions, whatever season it is, whatever episode. I hope y'all like the content. If you do, leave me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. If you don't, you can thumbs down. Just let me know why. Please, I appreciate all the feedback. Please subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll talk to y'all later. If I didn't say it, happy Thanksgiving to you all if you celebrate. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.